Hi, I'm Heather from Heather Handmade. Welcome back to my channel. Today I'm going to show you how to make a kid's robe. This kid's robe pattern comes in sizes 3 through 10. You can get the pattern in the link in my description. You can find that below. This pattern is made to be used with woven fabrics. So I used flannel for, I made 3 for my kids. You can see the 2 behind me. You can also make it from fleece if you want, but fleece stretches, so it will make it like slightly wider in the body and the sleeves. This is a robe pattern. It has a hood, long sleeves, and it's about knee length, depending on how tall your child is. One of my favorite features of this robe is that the belt does, you can use it to tie around your waist, but I actually just sewed it onto the center back of the robe because if the belt was separate, I know my kids would lose it. It would just be a matter of time. This is a great project for Christmas and wintertime when your kids are cold. My kids love to put them on over their pajamas in the morning or at night when they're a little bit chilly. They also use them after they shower and they're going to their room. Flannel is such a great fabric because it is warm, but since it's made out of cotton, it is easy to wash. It's really great for kids, but the fuzziness keeps that warmth. There are so many fun prints you can choose from. I decided to go for kind of like a nighttime theme for my 3 fabrics, so I chose this moon unicorn one, this pink constellation one, and this navy blue space one. So let's get started. For this project, you are going to need the robe pattern cut out in the size you want to make. You're going to need 3 yards of cotton flannel. And since this is a directional print, I have to make sure that I cut everything out so that the horses are facing up. Then I'm going to cut it out with a cutting mat and a rotary cutter. I'm not going to go into much detail about cutting the pieces since it would take up a lot of the video, but cut out all of the pieces according to the directions and like how many pieces it says on each piece, pattern piece. Once everything is cut out, we're going to sew it together. I'm going to be sewing everything with a French seam, and that's where you sew it wrong sides together first, trim it down, turn it around, and then sew the seam again. But for the sake of the video, I'm going to just show that I'm doing this seam and whichever seam I'm doing. So you can finish your seams with the French seam, but you can also do it whichever way you want. So I'm going to pin, this is the curved back and top of the hood. So pin this together and then sew that seam. To make the belt, this one you do have to do the seam the way I tell you to do it. You're going to match up one of the short ends right sides together and pin those together. You're going to sew this seam and then press it open. Once the belt is all like one long piece, you are going to iron it by folding it in half, matching the long edges to create a center. Then you take each long edge to match into the middle and create 2 more folds. And then you're going to fold all of that to create one nice long belt. And we do this because it actually helps keep the belt from wrinkling, and it's easier to sew it this way than to try turning a tube right side out. When you are ironing the belt, you can see how I have those 3 folds. Also, press the edge under just like 1/4 of an inch so that when you fold it all together like this, that this edge is finished. Once this is all pressed and ready in place, you are going to sew all the way around the long rectangle with 1/8 inch away from the edge. Now I'm going to be sewing both of these shoulder seams. Once these shoulder seams have been sewn, you are going to sew the neck of the hood to the neck of the robe. Once the hood is on, you're going to go to the back of the robe. We're going to do this before the sleeves to make it slightly easier to work with. You're going to find the center of the robe. Then you're going to find the center of the robe, and I just kind of went halfway down. And you're going to pin the robe in place, and we're not going to sew it very wide, but just kind of like a little 3-inch rectangle. And I'm doing this, the belt is secure, so you don't ever have to worry about it like coming out of loops. You don't have to sew any loops. Now you're going to sew each sleeve into each arm side, so you're doing both sleeves. Once you have the sleeves sewn in, you are going to do the side seams of the robe and the side seams of the sleeve. Just one big seam like this. Once you have the side seam sewn, you're going to hem the front edge and then the sleeves and the bottom with a 1/4 inch double fold. Once you have all of the hems done, the robe is finished. You can bring the belt around to tie it in the front, or you can just let it hang open. And that's how you make a kid's robe using a free sewing pattern. You can check out these playlists with handmade gift ideas and Christmas sewing projects. I can't wait to see all of the robes that you make. Please share them with me on social media. It's extra special if you do some Christmas ones or holiday ones. Thank you so much for watching my video. I hope you have a wonderful day.